Bill O'Reilly here, Friday, July 9th, 2021. You are listening to the O'Reilly Update. Here's what's happening this week in America. First, crime continues to spiral out of control in many cities. More than 500 people were shot during the 4th of July weekend. 500. New York City, 26 people injured from gunfire between Friday and Sunday, with 2 of them resulting in deaths. Other incidents occurred in Chicago, Memphis, LA, Portland, on and on and on. Violent crime up 30% nationwide. On the West Coast, national retailer Target now closing all of its San Francisco department stores at 6 p.m. because of rampant shoplifting. Executives say 6 locations cannot remain open in the evening because the stores are visited by criminals who take what they want. Mayor London Breed unhappy with Target's decision, saying the reduced hours will hurt residents who shop after work. Well, she is the primary reason the revolting anarchy in San Francisco is hurting everybody there. Next, inflation causing prices to rise in all 50 states. Residents around Los Angeles now paying the most for a gallon of gas in nearly a decade. Prices at the pump in LA rose to $4.40 over the July 4th weekend, the highest since 2011. The national average up from $2.10 a gallon last year to $3.35 right now. To cope with high prices, food companies like General Mills, Stop and Shop, Nestle are reducing portions of what you buy to keep the cost the same. So you get less food for the same money. Box of Cheerios, for example, dropped from 20 ounces to 17. Finally, Donald Trump launching a lawsuit against the CEOs of Facebook, Twitter, and Google. I'm sure you heard about it. The former president will serve as the lead plaintiff in a federal class action suit. And he has said that he's being censored by the companies, which is true. Mr. Trump banned from social networks in January after the Capitol Hill riots, as Congress voted to certify the 2020 election. Of course, everybody remembers that. Well, Mr. Trump is suing, and he says, quote, "We are demanding an end to the shadow banning, a stop to the silencing, and a stop to the blacklisting." This will be a landmark legal case. Next, listeners, that's you. Sound off. Right back. Now is the time to refinance your mortgage, and do it before rates get any higher. I mean it. I've been talking about this a lot, but only because it's important for you to know. The mortgage rates we are seeing right now can make a significant impact on your budget. Make now, right now, the time to call American Financing. It could mean up to $1,000 in monthly savings for you, plus tens of $1,000s in long-term savings. You cannot afford to miss out on that kind of money, especially since it does not cost you anything to learn more. Just call 888-462-9557, 888-462-9557, or visit AmericanFinancing.net, NMLS 182334, and MLSConsumerAccess.org. Time now for the O'Reilly Update message of the day. Listeners sound off. We do this each Friday. You can reach me, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com, Bill at BillO'Reilly.com. Name and town if you wish to opine. Let's begin with Brooks, who's in Manson, Washington. Bill, does President Trump understand that his boisterous actions cause some conservatives to vote for someone else? Yes, he does. I spoke to him about this, Brooks, on Wednesday. And I said, look, if you want to run again, and I believe he does, you have to moderate the conflict. You can't be fighting every day because that wears people out. He actually agreed with me. I thought he wasn't going to. Now, can he modify? I don't know. Let's go to Douglas in Pacific Palisades, California. Very nice community there. As a longtime listener, O'Reilly, I thought I would follow your footsteps and go to CNN.com to see what they were writing about President Biden. After scanning more than 50 headlines, I could not find a single mention of the president or the vice president. Not a single one. How is that possible? There's a news blackout. Corporate media does not want to report anything that might reflect poorly on the Biden administration. Now, if big news breaks, they have to. But there's no investigating going on. There's no scrutinizing going on. We're talking NBC News, ABC, CBS, CNN, Washington Post, New York Times. The newspapers will report a little bit more, but the TV news agencies are in the tank. Greg, Fort Collins, Colorado. All of my liberal friends have turned off the news. They have no interest in hearing how bad a choice they made with Joe Biden. They used to be glued to the news when Donald Trump was in there. I think there's a little bit more to that. So Donald Trump was not boring. So when you watched, it was, I don't want to use the word exciting, but it was interesting. And when you hate somebody, you want to see what's up with them. Now, Joe Biden, with respect for the office, is dull. He reads stuff off the teleprompter. So it's not about liberals being disenchanted with Mr. Biden. They're sticking by him. It's about the presentation. It's sleepy, to say the least. Valerie is in Daly City, California. Bill, I was born in San Francisco, currently live in a suburb, and it's sad to see the current situation. I know a lot of San Francisco residents. There's a movement among them to recall the district attorney and to recall the Board of Education. That's the only way things in San Francisco are going to get better, Valerie. The folks have to rise up. It is anarchy now, dangerous anarchy there. It's terrible. That is one of the most beautiful cities in the world. Andrew, St. Petersburg, Florida, writes, Bill, I have every one of your interesting killing books. Once I start reading, my wife doesn't even try to talk to me because she knows I cannot put the book down. I love them all. Killing the Mob, Andrew, this coming Sunday, number one again, 9 weeks in the marketplace. I am stunned and grateful. Thank you to everyone who has read and purchased Killing the Mob. I'm Bill O'Reilly. I approve the message by putting it together. Please go to BillO'Reilly.com, see the Trump interview. And again, Killing the Mob, great read. In a moment, something you might not know. To mark 20 years since 9/11, the Tunnel to Towers Foundation is giving 200 mortgage-free homes to America's heroes and their families. What a great gesture. And in a moving tribute, the foundation CEO, Frank Siller, will spend August to September 11th walking from the Pentagon to Shanksville, Pennsylvania, and then on to Ground Zero. Thanks to your support, the Towers of Light are to return to the sky at the Pentagon and the Shanksville memorials. On September 12th, those lost to 9/11 related illness will be honored. And on Veterans Day, those lost to the War on Terror are having their names read aloud. Both events are happening for the first time. So please honor our vow to continue to never forget, to do good, and please act now. Donate $11 a month to Tunnel to Towers at T2T.org. That's T, the number 2, T.org. Now the O'Reilly Update brings you something you might not know. Recent financial study from Chase Bank shows 2 out of 5 Americans do not have $400 in savings. Just a quarter, 25% of American adults have enough money to cover 1 month's worth of bills. Another 20% don't have anything in the bank at all. According to Forbes magazine, economists predict the average American burns a third of their paycheck on unnecessary spending. Here are some things you can do every day to save some cash. First, slim down on eating out. The typical American family spends $5,000 a year at restaurants and fast food places. Trip to the grocery store can save you a few $100s each month. Not to mention it's better for your health. Next, you can cut down on your cable bill. Average American hands over $200 a month for TV and internet. That's $2,400 a year. Reducing your service can drop the price to $70 a month. Another tip, start saving your change. Some banks now offer services that will round up credit card purchases and other expenses to the nearest dollar. The difference is automatically sent to your savings account. It may start small, but after a year, you can have a few $100 in the bank. Check that program out. Also, use the library. Your local branch has free newspapers, books, movie rentals, classes, more. It may sound old-fashioned, but folks burn $70 a month on streaming. And here's something else you might not know. One of the biggest daily expenses for millennials, younger people, can easily be slashed from the budget. Coffee. Americans between the ages of 18 and 39 spend $1,500 each year on a cup of Joe to go. If you get coffee at your house, you'll save big. The average beverage at Starbucks, $3.50. If you invest the price of a single coffee every day in a savings account after 50 years, you'll have more than $300,000. Back after this. Are you looking for your next investment? Bill O'Reilly here. There are 7 reasons to look at the NRIA Real Estate Development Fund. Monthly cash flow payouts of 10% annualized. Bonuses to 21% targeted. They strategically locate in lower risk, high demand areas people want to move to. New construction is short on supply. Real estate affords diversification and safety from stock market risk. Their short and long-term strategy provides for steady returns right now. NRIA is an industry leader with a 15-year proven track record. So, if you've been sitting on the sidelines or want to diversify, start your due diligence at nria.net. Or you can call 800-800-1414. That's easy. 800-800-1414.
An offer of securities is only made by the NRIA Private Placement Memorandum. Read it first. Past performance does not guarantee future results. NRIA is a real estate development firm. Learn more at nria.net.
Thank you for listening to the O'Reilly Update. I am Bill O'Reilly. No spin, just facts, and always looking out for you.